the one thing I wish it did. Start developing the app for that.
Jesus. We're going to have to get some game day wife beaters.
So we got some game day wife beaters.
Y'all ready to roll?
Yeah.
Check, check.
Testing. Is this thing on?
Check.
Check, check on middle mic.
Is this thing on?
All right, tell me when. Point at me. We are here. Texas High and Arkansas High is final. 28-7 is the final score. Man, how about that running back for Texas High tonight?
As I mentioned, Tracy Cooper had a great night. Miller, I forgot his first name, Tyrell Miller came in late as well. Number 9 had a few rushing yards as well. Just an all-around good night for the Tigers tonight.
Mr. Aiken, you've been around a lot of football. What do you see tonight? What was the obvious standout?
Well, I think it goes back to what Tony said. He predicted at the beginning of the game was that Tracy Cooper was going to be a game changer for this game, and he for sure was tonight.
Everyone in attendance.
The Texas High defensive line also dominated over there. The Arkansas line, Arkansas couldn't get any penetration.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, it was a hard-fought game, very hard, but I think numbers is the biggest thing in this game. Texas High has so many numbers. When somebody gets tired or somebody, I mean, they just send another kid in. Where Arkansas High, they just don't have the numbers that Texas High. The results of tonight is what should happen, you know, but it's still a rivalry, and you just never know what's going to happen in a rivalry game.
Hey.
Forgot to put our caution tape up.
Yeah.
So, man, it was a great night of high school football, though. Y'all talked to me about this rivalry game. It took them a little bit to get here. That 7 o'clock start time,
I think most people probably were running on a 7:30 start time.
Well, traffic was backed up. I mean, it was backed up all the way down the road, so they were having a hard time getting in, which happens every year that it's here at Arkansas High. It's just there's only one way in and one way out pretty much.
Yeah.
So,
it was an enjoyable football game. Big hits.
Yeah.
Wasn't a lot of penalties tonight.
It wasn't. It was a lot of players that made some plays on defense as well. I mentioned LeJonte Reitner earlier. He had a key interception on a deep ball downfield. Javaro Tyson, a young kid, came in at linebacker, had several tackles. So it was a relatively great night for the Tigers on defense as well.
Yeah. You know, we talked about Clayton Smith pregame, and he had a great game. Played great on defense, even caught a touchdown. Caught several receptions.
Yeah.
I mean, he did great.
But just his presence on the field on the defensive side of the ball forces you to go the other direction. And if it's sound defense, it's going to make a difference.
Oh,
It's amazing. So it was a good game tonight. Even though the score is 28-7, it was still a good game tonight.
Yeah.
It was a hard-fought game. To me, it was a defensive battle, even at 28-7.
Yeah.
I mean,
get us some. Let's get some scoring updates.
Absolutely. You know, the big score tonight is everybody was kind of didn't know what the PG was going to do, what they're up, but they're up 33-7 right now in the fourth quarter, and
That's awesome.
It's pretty amazing. Hey, we talked about this game at the beginning was DeKalb and New Boston. And New Boston was up at halftime, but DeKalb come back and wins it 20-14. The Bears.
I picked DeKalb.
Yeah, you pick all the winners.
We all picked the same teams every time.
That's exactly right. And I was trying to find the Gilmer game. There we go. Gilmer wins it big, 41-21 over Van. Just for you, Tony.
Hold on, we got some breaking news coming in. Yep, Longview's blowing out Marshall.
Yeah.
Just as I predicted. The third string's in. It's going down.
I heard their 8th grade was coming in. So, Longview over Marshall. And
What's Liberty Ilo Carthage?
Yeah, Liberty Ilo just
start
it got bad quick.
Yeah.
It got bad real quick. When I looked earlier, it was 49-7.
They played
49.
well, though, the first half.
Yeah.
Well, the
first quarter, yeah.
That's what Carthage does to you, though. They keep coming at you and they wear you out.
Yeah.
And I'll just tell you, Darren Preston is probably a genius. He's the defensive coordinator there, a genius at adjusting on the fly the defenses. I mean, he's just done it for so long. was here at Texas High with Surratt, and they go down there, and I mean they've just created a. I don't know if you've ever seen their indoor facility. It is unbelievable down there.
I know that's something I need to go check out. Everybody's telling me about what all's going on in Carthage. That took a culture and a long time to build. I think we should take a road trip. Road trip. We were at Texarkana game day. Somebody's got to go to them for us to go down there. We can go check it out, though.
No, just to go check it out.
All right. Yeah. Go see if we can pick up on anything.
Hey, man, I'm good with that.
Steal some ideas.
Absolutely.
Like that.
Yeah. I know it says they're the number 2 team in the state, but man, I'm going to tell you, that Carthage-Pleasant Grove game is setting itself up to be a good game.
That's going to be definitely the game of the week.
Yes.
It's going to be the game of the year.
Yes, yeah. I believe so. That's your state championship.
Well, Tony said he doesn't bet against Carthage.
Well, I don't bet against PG either. So,
so I don't think Tony's going to be betting that night.
No.
Hey, and one more score is Paul Pewitt is well ahead of Hooks, 29-14 right now.
I did take Paul Pewitt in that game.
Yeah, whatever. So
what else we got? Is everybody kind of in the fourth quarter there?
Yeah, everybody's in the fourth quarter. Gladewater is behind now. Atlanta's come ahead 35-28. So that one is special. Yeah, jump on in, Coach.
I've got to serve time. Let's get it over with.
All right. Coach, what do you think about tonight? It wasn't the outcome you wanted, but your kids never gave up.
No, we didn't. We needed to play this game from ahead, and we played from behind. We were trying to play catch up all day. It was 14-0, then we made it 14-7. We needed to stay within striking distance, but the tempo of the game got to us in a hurry. They scored, we turned the ball over, and they scored again. When that happened, we're playing chase, and we're actually trying to slow down a little bit to try to rest our defense. And we couldn't get it flipped. And when they got up 3 scores, it really became a problem. But they did a good job. I mean, they were big and physical up front. The running back is really hard to tackle. We needed to get, if we could have played ahead or played even, I would have loved the opportunity. We just couldn't. They played better than us. They physically pushed us around on both sides of the ball tonight.
What I noticed is you guys tried to run the screen a few times, and I think swung a pass out to the running back out the backfield. And Braylon just didn't seem like he was on tonight to just put that touch on it to complete those passes. Is that something that you noticed as well?
Yeah, it's he's struggling on some things, but now one of the things that we're struggling with right now is all those guys that are playing wide out are also playing in the secondary, and you're always mixing and matching. And I'm going to have to make some decisions on. We've got to get some guys on offense that are going to be offensive guys, so we can develop a rhythm and we got to get in sync. Quarterback and wide receivers. There's so many different things going on. All our kids played hard. They did a good job. They just played better, and they're a better football team today. Without a question, there's nothing we could have done differently tonight. They just played better than us, and that happens in football.
Yeah, well.
And you got 2 weeks off, and then to fix some things, and then y'all go into conference play. Is that correct?
That's right. And we're going to be fine. I think these next 2 weeks will be good for us. Yeah. This is going to expose some things we need to do better. There were some mistakes, just mental mistakes on where we were going on a couple of routes and communication. And then you get behind and you're playing chase. We're not mature enough as an offense right now to play from behind and play chase like that. And when you do that, that's a problem. And we didn't want to be in that situation.
Coach, it looked like to me y'all lost in the trenches a little bit today.
Absolutely. We knew going in there was going to be trouble. They're big. They're really, really big. And it wouldn't be as bad if they were big and the back wasn't so big. But the big back's a big physical kid. You've got to, and they just pounded the ball inside, and we'd miss a tackle here or there. We made some good plays, but they were more physical than us. They controlled the inside on offense and defense. They were just better.
Well, it'd be some good experience for your young team.
Absolutely. Here's what losing does. Losing makes you look at everything. Makes you look at as a players, coaches, how you're doing everything, how you're practicing. When you win, sometimes it masks it. You don't take as deep a dive into it. This gives us a chance. We got a couple of weeks off. We're going to go back and fix some things. We're going to be just fine. We're going to win plenty of ball games this year.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, you've got 2 of the best coordinators in the business.
I've got good guys. I've got really good coaches, and I've got to help them. I've got to be a better head coach and help them more. But I'm proud of everybody. It's just we knew we were going to play almost flawless and play perfect tonight to have a chance to win, and we didn't do it.
Well, Coach, we know you got a team to get to. We really appreciate your time. And I enjoyed watching you tonight, man. I felt some intensity on you on the sideline.
Well,
I like it.
I'm trying to get better. No, I appreciate y'all. And this is a neat thing y'all are doing for high school sports here in Texarkana. I appreciate everything you're doing.
Sir.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yeah. Thanks, Coach Norton. Appreciate
you heard it here
so
from
much.
Coach Norton, legend in the Texarkana area. Won a state championship on the Texas side. I don't think there's any doubt he's going to bring one to the Arkansas side. Got a young team right now. Just outmatched right now. I think school sizes. And Texas High is just deeper.
Yeah, they had a lot of depth, and it was extremely hot tonight. And I meant to ask him if the temperature played any effect on his players, just being hot all night long and not having those backups like Texas High did as well.
And as hot as it was in pregame, I really expected to see more guys go down with cramps, just being high school guys, not taking care of your body like you should. Not saying it's horrible, but they've done a great job of teaching these kids, hey, you got to hydrate. We stopped by Pleasant Grove today, and I was talking to Josh about it, Coach Gibson about it, and he just said, yesterday, every kid came by and got a Gatorade before they ever went to class that morning. And so the process doesn't start the day of. It has to start the day before to begin that process of hydrating. And, it's just I thought they did a great job. Less kids went down tonight than I expected to, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, this game went really fast, it seemed like. And I think I noticed they did not stop the clock. Is that right?
I'm not sure if they have a
know what's
running
the rules
clock
on here. I was like,
no, they had
they
the
missed
clock.
the quickest football game I think I've ever been on.
No, we just didn't have a lot of penalties. There wasn't a lot of timeouts.
They ran the ball a lot.
Yeah, exactly. And matter of fact, in the third and fourth quarter, we were running the ball a lot. So when you don't have that many passes, the clock's going to keep moving.
It was 7 o'clock kickoff. It was like less than a 3-hour football. Did they not stop the clock over here?
It didn't seem like it. It just kept going and going and going and going. It was a quick game.
Man, if you go to a game that has two running teams, it's going to finish 30 to 45 minutes faster than if there's just one passing team in a game. It's unbelievable the difference because that clock never stops. Yeah. And you're like, come on, spot the ball, let's go.
Man, from upstairs, two things struck me. One was the offensive and defensive line for Texas High was just too big.
Yeah,
too huge. The defensive line for Texas High dominated all night long, and then the offensive line dominated as we got into late in the game. They were wearing Arkansas High down. They were just too big for them. And then Arkansas High's quarterback is young. He's a baseball player. Mm-hmm. He's going to get it. It's just going to take him some time. Yeah. But if you look at this team for Arkansas High 4 or 5 games down the season, they'll be a lot better. The quarterback and the receivers will be in tandem, but I think Texas High's line was just too much for them.
Well, and I would have to say, you don't give out awards and stuff from one year to the next year, but I would say for Texas High, the most improved part of their team is their offensive line, because their offensive line really struggled last year. But this year, it's a different ball game, different kids, and Coach Harrell has got those kids playing at a different level. He's done a great job. And Jeremy's struggling right now with a back injury. He's hurt himself, got to have some surgery, I think. But I'm telling you, he had those kids playing right.
He's got some big boys up on that line.
You can tell that offensive line is beginning to gel, and they've got some continuity because Tracy Cooper ran for 133, possibly more, because one touchdown or so was called back on long runs. He had a long run here called back tonight, so he probably would have been well over 200, 250 yards again tonight behind that big offensive line.
Looks like Pleasant Grove just scored again. Got a message. They have the second team offense in. Woodside just threw a touchdown. Yeah. So it looks like hopefully they're going to come out of this healthy and a big win against a really good football team.
Yeah.
Just wanted to jump that in while it was fresh on the mind. And, Longview's still blowing out Marshall. So
he's just got to throw that in there.
I'm more impressed with the Pleasant Grove score, though. Henderson's a heck of a football.
When he told me Henderson,
I thought it was going to be a 7-point game.
They shut out a 5A team last week.
Right. I thought they would be a lot closer.
So it just went final, 40-7. Pleasant Grove Hawks stay the number 1 ranked team in the state of Texas.
Now during when it was halftime up there, I tried to check the game real quick. I think, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think Ben Harmon wore Jackson Cobb's number 3 jersey.
Yes. He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got wind of that today at noon at lunch, that he was going to do that. The issue was, would the jersey fit? Because Jackson's a pretty skinny kid, you know, but he's a great athlete. And I thought that was a great way to honor him.
Well, they're lifelong friends. They've been buddies since kindergarten, I guess.
Some classic kids.
They've got pictures together when they're 5 and 6 years old. I think that's awesome.
Let's get Coach Stanford on here real quick, and we'll pop you right back on.
Yeah.
Oh, he can come on. He can come on with us.
This is River Ball Boy.
What's up, bud?
What's up, man?
Congrats.
Right there. Stand up on that right there. There you go.
River, did you have a good time tonight?
Yes, sir, I did.
What was your favorite part?
It was my first time being a ball boy.
You loved it?
My favorite part was probably when my
Tuba
friend,
song.
Caleb Norton, he caught the field goal ball, and I just went crazy.
He just went crazy, Coach. I saw Coach going crazy down the sidelines a few times tonight.
I watched you on the sideline, man.
Buddy. Oh, yeah. The quiet Coach Stanford comes alive when the lights come on.
Big night for your football team.
So.
It was. Anytime a win in this rivalry, the magnitude of a great atmosphere, be able to keep your focus, maintain composure, and go out and play. The physical style, that's what we preached all week long. We're going to be physical up front on both sides of the ball. We're going to shorten the game and run the ball and then get out of here with a win.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I would say, we were talking about just earlier about both sides of the line. Everything starts up front. And I would say you don't give awards for most improved from year to year, but I would say the offensive line has got to be the most improved area for your offense.
Just even in the last 2 years, and it's 3 juniors starting and 2 seniors, and the 2 seniors are carrying us with leadership, and the 3 juniors are really coming on the physicality part, and they're learning. And really pleased with them up front on offense, and then defensive line-wise, just taking control of the game and really taking off Arkansas out of a rhythm on offense. And then our running backs just really protecting the ball, protecting our offense, keeping us in positive field position just all night long. Was really proud of them.
Well, I'll tell you this, you're starting to see the culture that you're wanting to create to reflect into these kids, and you're doing a great job, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, man. Excellent night. It was great watching you, following you this week.
Yeah. We talked last week about how you had to see the game, that you guys played a great defensive game last week. So you come into this game this week, you guys played really well on defense. I saw LaJohntay Reitner had a beautiful interception down there. How do you feel the defense coming together and playing over the past 2 games?
I really think we got a great chemistry on defense. I think we play really good team defense. Obviously, people love to talk about some of our standout guys, but I really think it's a team effort of all 11 guys, and we're really playing about 16 guys a game on defense right now. And I think it's the continuity of what they're doing and knowing their role and being able to go in and play their role at a high level. And I just think that wins football games.
So you pretty much can go into the locker room and have a pretty easy night tonight, huh?
Tonight, yeah. And then tomorrow we'll start over.
Exactly.
That's right.
You got LE next week, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
So talk about, the one thing we haven't talked about with you is just you've got new defensive coordinators. You went co-defensive coordinator. Talk about those guys that you've added this year, and because you can just sense the energy on the defensive side of the ball this year.
Yeah, I think on our defensive staff, everybody's 31 and younger.
Yeah, you can tell.
But A.J. Wilson, I hired A.J. 8 years ago, straight out of college. Played at University of Alabama, Birmingham, and was a GA there, and hired him at White Oak, and have been with him ever since. And he's just proven that he wants to do the job and can do it. And then James Hawkins stayed on staff with me, played at Texas High, and just one of the best D-line coaches in the state, and just gets so much out of his kids. Really, Coach Hawkins gets the most I've seen anybody get out of a defensive line out of kids, and those 2 guys together do a phenomenal job and work together, and there's no egos on that team, and just really proud of them.
Well, Coach, we know you want to get with your team. We'll let you do it, and great night, man.
I appreciate it, guys.
Congratulations.
Thank y'all for the week.
Yeah,
Thank y'all for covering us, and just I know the kids love it, and we really are about kids, and what kids want more than anything is exposure and somebody to tell them they love them and tell them they care about them, and a lot of what y'all do does that, and they appreciate that greatly.
Oh, man. We love it, too. I've been excited about Friday nights in a long time.
The game definitely lived up to the hype.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Great crowd. So I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all, guys.
Right. Yes, sir.
Have a good night. Appreciate you coming on.
Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Good to see you guys.
Hey,
Okay.
take care, man.
Let's run to a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back. I think a lot of these scores are final. We'll give you the finals, and so you'll be able to talk your mess tomorrow.
That's right,
your
man.
coffee talk.
That's right. That's right. You'll be talking about what went right, what went wrong.
If you find yourself in need of emergency care, come see us at Texarkana Emergency Center. We're open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. We are locally owned with board-certified physicians for all your emergencies. We accept all private insurance. At Texarkana Emergency Center, we have on-site lab, pharmacy, x-ray, ultrasound, and CT. Come see us at Texarkana Emergency Center. Real ER without the wait. The next generation of emergency care.
those scores, we had a special guest come on. Clayton Smith, man, you had a huge night. Catching touchdown passes, sacking quarterbacks, lighting people up. What can you not do? Gonna put you a kicker?
I think he's still good in algebra too, so we'll see what happens there.
It was really exciting watching you play tonight. I mean, I was coming out first quarter, I was like, man, I want to watch, see what Clayton does. Every play, affecting every single play, just like coaches said you do, man. That is unbelievable. I'm glad I was here to watch it.
That's right. How touchdown catch?
Oh man,
biggest rivalry in this area, probably one of the biggest in the nation. Yeah. Touchdown catch right down here. Describe that feeling.
I didn't want to get a penalty because I was going to celebrate. We was in the NFL. I was from but I kept it under control. So I mean, it was fun. Oh man, I couldn't see the look on everybody's face, the crowd going crazy, and I'm on defense. So I mean, when I score, it's man. But, yeah.
How does it feel for you and your teammates to come out and play a really good game like you guys did? Because you guys on defense played really well tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, it's relieving because coming in, we knew who the better team was, and I mean, we just had to execute. Execution has been a really rough part on us for the past few years, but this year we're going to be making the jump, and it's obvious, so
good deal.
You know, we were talking to Coach Stanford probably from last year to this year. I mean, you remember those rough times last year. I was at every game, so I get it. Yeah. I was there hurting with you. But I just the most improved area I think you may or may not agree with is that offensive line. That offensive line it's night and day. I mean, those cats. Give some shout outs to some of those guys. Who are they?
Oh yeah, DeMarcus Day, Colin Shelley, Logan Bailey, Eric Poe, Harold, Tyrain. They all they do good. Big Damon. They great.
Yeah. They did a good night because I think Tracy Cooper ran for probably nearly 200 yards, if not more. And he had a long run call back. So they're putting it together.
That dude, man.
How about that D-line, though?
Oh, yeah, we great.
I didn't see him running at you very much.
I knew you wasn't lying to me. He was playing against me.
Yeah. You better start expecting that.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's only going to get worse next year.
Yep. I say they may have to put you back at safety.
Man.
They can't game plan against you.
I can play safety. I mean, I played it before.
Play whatever.
It wouldn't phase me.
Maybe not kicker, but anything else. Well, man, great night. I know you're going to be at the Texas LSU game tomorrow. Hook 'em. Tom Herman, send me my check. But man, enjoy it, man. It's got to be a great time to be you, and we're proud for you. And
appreciate that.
Great time to be you.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And enjoyed it tonight, man. We're following you all season.
Oh yeah.
Go down there and collect some 2X apparel. We'll appreciate it.
Yeah. We have 2X. I don't even know. Don't worry about him.
I don't wear Texas.
Worry about him.
I don't wear Texas.
Yeah, don't even worry about him.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we'll bring it back. We'll pay you for it.
Oh yeah.
No, we won't. No, we won't.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. We'll pay you for the shirts.
No.
Shirts you buy us.
Yes.
We will reimburse you for those.
There are NCAA violations you're setting up there, big boy.
Anyway, man, great game. And I think we'll catch you next week.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
Enjoy your trip.
Enjoy tomorrow, man. Appreciate you coming out, man.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Enjoy that win with you guys.
Let's go real quick commercial break. Let's take like a minute commercial break, and we'll come back. Big time game for Clayton Smith once again.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, handcrafted stone is our passion, and we ensure our customers receive the quality they deserve. We stand by our word, we stand by our products, services, and work that we do. Our team of experienced craftsmen and product experts have been perfecting their craft of fabricating and installing stone since 1998. Visit the Design Center at Red River Lumber to see the many beautiful stone options available for your next project.
A strong work ethic takes pride in a job well done. This is the kind of person you need. Express Employment Professionals can help because we understand what it takes to hire good people. It takes real people, real interviews. We find good people, matching the right skills for the right jobs. Express knows jobs. Get to know Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
Seconds. All right, we are back. Man, I'll tell you, when we thought about starting Texarkana Game Day, it was all about these kids. And having somebody like Clayton Smith come on after a big game like that, and everybody expected it. It's nice to see him living up to the hype, getting the exposure he deserves. I mean, this is exactly what it's all about.
Absolutely, and I'm just going to tell you, for you, you've done a great job, the vision, fulfilling it, because the biggest thing that I've noticed just being around you the short time we've gotten to know each other is it is about the kids. And with my job, that's what I'm all about, is kids and coaches. And to see these kids light up, because when that camera's turned on and the microphone's in front of them, I mean, they're excited. I mean, Clayton comes out to find us. We didn't have to go find him.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part of this whole thing is it's all about these kids being successful. And I'll tell you, the next level, it's not just about football for you, but you took time for band and drill team and a few of the cheerleaders as well, just to include them. This thing it's fixing to blow up. I'm just telling you, it's great.
Well, we've had a lot of help, and I appreciate everybody.
From the outside here looking in, I'm echoing what you just said, the fact that it's not just the players themselves. You went to the Bacon Fry, I know that. You went to the Arkansas High pep rally later in the day. The band, the cheerleaders, everything. They all work hard, and you guys are giving them a platform. And it's not just the players, and you're for all the kids. And that makes it special.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we want it to be about. Just doing what's right, and this is what high school football is all about.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm having a lot of fun. I don't know about y'all.
Yes, sir.
I'm having a ton of fun.
What do you think,
kids
Craig?
act like I'm somebody. You know what I mean?
Next week, we need to add a little segment where Craig does the weather on the game.
I don't know if you were listening. He does the weather every week.
Yeah.
I asked him, hey, tell us what the weather's going to be like. Well, I don't know. It's really hot, and everybody knows it.
What's it going to be next Friday?
What's the weather?
Probably going to be hot.
Yeah.
Probably definitely.
When is it going to cool down?
When it's not hot.
Wow.
That's expert weather there.
All right, let's. These guys got to go to sleep. Let's get some finals.
Well, we got Longview. They final.
Looks like they turned.
Yeah.
They went. Yeah. They slowpoked on them.
53-0.
They didn't want it to get too out of control. 53-0.
Over Marshall, we got Texas High here. They defeated Arkansas Razorbacks. Arkansas High Razorbacks. It could have been the same thing. All right, 28-7. We've got Paris that Pleasant Grove played last week. Paris beating Terrell 42-7.
Wow.
Which is a big win. Hugh Springs, my man Chris Edwards down there, does a great job. Man, he is 2-0. They beat ARP 30-8. ARP is historically a great program. So they're doing really well. Pleasant Grove once again 40-7 over Henderson. Liberty Isle falls to Carthage 49-7. Gilmer defeats Van 41-21. Gladewater falls to Atlanta 35-28, and the longest rivalry in the state of Texas once again, New Boston and DeKalb with the Bears. The Bears coming out 20-14.
Well, Tony, how does it feel to be wrong when Atlanta beats Gladewater?
He's used to it.
I was wrong quite a few times last week, so I'm just going to take my
I just wasn't going to bet
it,
against any of our teams.
I'm pretty sure I took
pick
Atlanta in that game.
Yeah.
Whoever won is who I took. Let's go with that.
You picked the Razorbacks earlier.
I mean, I just couldn't. I had to give the fans what they want.
Yeah, flip.
You know what I mean? I want Coach Norton mad.
I like your excuse. That sounds good. I'm going with you on
give
that
the
one.
fans what they want.
I thought it would be close.
I was right on this game, though, Morgan.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Everybody gets lucky.
Yeah.
What about this Dangerfield Tatum game? Why are we not going to score on this?
Okay, so here's the deal. They don't play till tomorrow, I found out. I actually talked to the quarterback that played for them last year. He was here tonight. Came over. He goes, I got to check this out. And I said, hey, what do you think of the crowd that's here? And he's like, oh, I've played in front of more than that over in Tatum. I mean, it's crazy. They'll pack the stands out. There's not much to do in Tatum, Texas, besides football.
I played in Tatum before, yeah.
But so they play tomorrow at 7 p.m. tomorrow night.
Well, they think there's somebody playing on Saturday or something.
They
must not have heard about this. Must not have heard about this college football schedule that's going down tomorrow. Nobody might show up to that game.
It's good for recruiting. Yeah. Just saying. But hey, another one that I missed. Craig's going to claim that he picked it, but Hooks fell to Paul Pewitt, 29-14.
Dang, Hooks! I wanted to come out and watch y'all play some football.
Yeah,
don't lose.
Yeah, they'll be back.
Keep
they'll be
winning.
back.
Man, the wild side of their offense last week, man, they were running and gunning.
Right. Well, Paul Pewitt is running like they call it the slot T or the wing T 2.0. And so what they do is they take that wing and they slide him in between the tight end and the tackle. So he's not outside of the tight end, he's inside of there. So it's that misdirection stuff. And if you don't see that all the time, that's why Pleasant Grove has such success, because so many people don't see that wing T other than maybe once a year. So you can't refer back to a spread like, hey, do you remember how we did it week 1? We're going to do it here. but when you don't see that offense very often, and so that's where
there's a
Hewitt
team
is
up
gonna
in
be.
Arkansas. I don't know if they still run it or not. Cabot used to run. I think what you're kind of talking about there with all the misdirection, and you couldn't tell who had the ball, which way it was going.
Yeah.
It was very difficult to call the ball game.
Absolutely.
I have to think of an offense. I'll just come up with something Mike Leach does and call it 2.0. Maybe that'll work. Something like that. Anyway,
that's a different.
I had a great time tonight.
Yes.
Hope all y'all did. Hope you, the fans, enjoyed it. The bacon fry early this morning. We wanted to bring something different to y'all, a little bit of tradition that was going on at Texas High. The pep rally was amazing.
Yeah.
Pre-game was great. That halftime show was awesome.
I agree.
We're gonna start covering every halftime show.
I like
We're gonna bring that to y'all.
Guitar. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah.
Tony leans over to him and goes, "What is this?" I'm like, I don't
Hopefully
know.
this was the last 200-degree night we have to work in. It was smoking hot
Have to get
tonight.
more fans.
I'm gonna pray hard this week.
Anyway, we appreciate everybody that watched. Be sure you share all these videos. Give these kids the exposure they deserve. And we really appreciate our presenting sponsor, Texarkana Emergency Center. We could not have done this without them. And Red River Lumber, who built us this beautiful set. Thank you. But everybody have a great and safe weekend. Enjoy college football games tomorrow.